Hello, what's going on guys? Welcome to a new video, a new weekly market outlook video on our YouTube channel. First things first, we have a huge sale running now, 50% off of every account up to 50k. So with every account, I mean like literally every type of account. Is it futures, forex, crypto, instant funding or challenge accounts, everything up to 50k, 50% off your first purchase. So go check it out, I'll drop a link below. Now let's head over to the weekly market outlook video. As always, we'll start with the economic calendar. So as we see for now, that's why today I record the video on Tuesday, because we have no news on Monday and Tuesday. So I expect the week to start really slow, and I won't be trading myself until Wednesday. So on Wednesday you see we have the first news event coming up with FOMC meeting minutes, which is not the real FOMC. Don't get confused with that. Some people think like FOMC meeting minutes is like has the same impact as FOMC has. It does not. It's pretty much like really low. It's high impact news event, but it is not as high impact as the real FOMC. And then on Thursday and Friday you see that we have a lot of high impact news events coming up. A lot of them are tentative, and at 10 a.m. on Friday we have the prelim news coming in. So I'll be checking the markets definitely over these 3 days, because that's where I expect to be volatility, and news often provides setups for me. So that's what I want to check. Let's get over to the charts, which I love the most. When we start with looking at DXY, always like start checking the forex markets, and DXY usually controls all the other markets as well. When DXY rises, all the other markets usually drop, and vice versa, because DXY controls what every other market is doing. So when we see here, the SMT I mentioned like 2 weeks ago, we had this low getting taken out by the DXY, same for the Euro. We took the high out, but for the GBP, we didn't take that high out, and since then we've been reversing. So that's also what I expected. And what I said back in the days, like I wanted to have some confirmation here after this SMT happened, for me to switch my bias from bearish to bullish, and that's basically what I got. Like here, we traded in this BPR over here, reacted from that, and over here now we traded beautifully in this daily fair value gap over here for the DXY, same for the Euro over here. And you can see also that in this area we also created a PSP. It's a precision swing point, and what it basically is a candle that closes bullish on one asset and bearish on the other asset. So here on the 1st of October you see that we close bearish for the Euro and bullish for the GBP, and after that we have been reversing, and I expect us to go lower, because the targets I pointed out last week, sell side liquidity below here, here and here, and the BPR starting over here are still my targets for now, unless we have some bullish cracks on the GBP and Euro compared to some bearish cracks on the DXY. So yeah, I still expect us to go higher on these charts, going to this buy side liquidity area over here, trading into the BPR. So let's see if that's going to happen. Then if we switch over to crypto, I now point out the Bitcoin and Ethereum charts. You see over here, last week my bias was bearish. Now I was so wrong, because we reached new all-time highs for Bitcoin, traded all the way up to 125.5k. I expected us to draw towards this sell side liquidity below this low, but instead we reacted. We created a new SMT, like over here. We made a higher low on the Bitcoin, where we created a lower low on Ethereum, and since then we've been reversing sharply. I did point out last week that we had this fair value gap and order block over here on the Ethereum, which we could potentially react from. Well, we did. So for now, unless we see some bearish cracks, I expect us to trade way higher than we did so far. So I'm bullish on crypto for now, which is perfect, as we have the sale running. Like all crypto accounts are basically off 50%, so take that opportunity and go trade our accounts on Hydra. For me, for Ethereum, like buy side is next. Buy side is a clear objective for me that I want to look at. So if we go over to the daily chart, so we like, yeah, I think we can trade into like the 5k levels. Gun to my head, I think we will trade higher, but still like there's a lot of internal range liquidity in here with this inverse fair value gap and bullish fair value gaps over here, which we can first reverse to and then trade higher. So I expect us to trade higher eventually, but if that would be like in 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, I wouldn't know. But gun to my head, I will definitely expect us to trade higher on Ethereum and also Bitcoin, where we are really bullish. Lastly, let's move over to gold. If we see the gold charts over here, we created once again new all-time highs for gold. Same story as always. For the last few weeks, months, if you see like the daily chart or even the weekly chart, we've been rising on gold for the past 2 months. It's crazy. It's insane. And even the last 2 weeks were like really bullish. Huge expansions there. So especially after this cracking correlation here at the lows that we created, where we had the lower low on silver on the 7th of April compared to the to the beginning of December of last year. We created a lower low on silver and a higher low on gold over here, and we've been rising since then. Right now, nothing to see here. We're still in no man's land. I would still continue my bullish bias unless I see something really obvious on the bearish side. Like for now, for example, on the lower time frame, it's not enough for me to say that we're gonna reverse. But on the lower time frame, we have a small crack in correlation at the highs over here, where we created higher highs on gold, lower highs on silver. You see this reaction after this crack happened. So we've been moving lower, but now if new bullish cracks occur, I would definitely be longing on gold, or on either gold or silver. So that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in next week's one. Take care.